live. I would like for this to be a live stream and not yet a posthumous analyzable stream. I hit a third different kind of button, and so my OBS now says that it is streaming. We will see if YouTube says it is streaming. Please be
I will let you know if a little pop-up shows up.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. It's like if it is streaming, there's just us going back and forth making weird mouth noises.
It's true. Just like testing,
Oh,
hello.
it popped up.
Wonderful. Okay. So there is another one that got created, and I will delete that later. Excellent. And they can hear us both. That's great.
Okay, cool.
Progress. Okay.
We're doing things. Holy shit.
We're making it happen. Despite me forgetting how streams work every time I start them. I will make a better list for myself soon, and then that will help me.
Yes. But no, not me drawing, and then every single time I forget how I did a thing.
Yep.
Like, that turned out really good last time. What the fuck did I do?
How does shading work? No, from this angle. No, wait, damn it.
Yeah, like, how the fuck did I draw a hair again?
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
Because twinkle, twinkle, little star, why is art so fucking hard?
Mm-hmm. Up above my head it twirls. Makes me angry at the world.
Twinkle, twinkle, little fuck, damn it, what the, I give up.
Nice. I don't think I have like much by the way of announcements, so I think we might as well get into it.
I do want to mention though that I did just get a job, so for some reason the Saturday thing changes. We'll let you know, but hopefully that will be the time and the day.
Yeah, good to know. If we swap it up, gosh, we'll just announce it in the Goose server. Go to the Goose server if you don't know what's happening. Also, if you don't know what's happening, this is chapter 2. Go back. Go back.
Go back.
There's 2 chapter 1s. Do the short one and then the long one. I'll change the titles soon if I haven't already. It's been a long week. But
We've had a time.
We've had a time.
Yeah. We survived a whole last week. You survived a whole last week. Congratulations. You're here to listen.
Thanks, you too.
Yeah. It's like, congratulations to everyone listening. You survived the week to be able to listen to us ramble back and forth as our favorite blorbos.
Blorbos. You did it, you guys.
Blorbo.
I'm so proud of you. Genuine applause.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, are you starting off as the thingy, or am I starting off as the thing?
I think I'll go ahead and start out. I'll have a lot of voices to juggle later on, so I might as well take this while it's simple.
Okay. And then we'll swap when you have a fuck ton of voices, probably.
Yeah.
Sounds Gucci.
So this is chapter 2, part 1. And last time, Carcat had been given an order by Cankry and then kind of collapsed in on himself. As June said, that whatever he was commanded to do, it made him not be what he is made out of. It interfered with one of his like core 3 components that angels have, essentially slowly killing him.
It'd be like someone removing all the water out of your body.
Yeah. Rough.
Like fucks you, uncarbons your life form.
Yep. Enjoy suffering. So yeah, and they were talking in that chapter about a soft reset. So we pick up here. Everything around you is gold. It's not featureless. There's a bunch of it's a whole bunch of hexagons. It's like a beehive. You've never seen one, but you think that's what this reminds you of. Where are you? It really feels like you should be doing something or talking to someone, but there's no one here.
Don't turn around just yet.
Someone says from behind you, man, you think. Sure, you agree.
Going to make you a vow, okay? That when we're in here, I'll be completely truthful to you, and I vow that right now I have no plans or intention of hurting you.
The voice says, I hadn't thought about that before now, so it's not a relief, but thanks, you say, mildly confused about this.
You can turn around now.
He says. You do turn around, and you get a good look at the guy who was talking to you. The vow is black against his skin, almost like it burnt onto him, but that's not how that works. He also doesn't look how you expected. The two of you are together in this honeycomb space that's, well, it's both the biggest and smallest space that you've ever seen, as you don't remember anything before this. But you could both easily stretch out on the floor and not touch each other. The more interesting thing is not the space, but him. Huh, you say in vague surprise.
I thought you'd react a little more than that.
He says warily. That seems like it'd be kind of rude, right? You say as you look him over. He sure does look like a demon, but you've never met one before, so you don't know. It definitely feels like it would be hurtful to recoil in horror at how someone looks. Anyways, he vowed that he wasn't intending on hurting you, right? He's squinting at you with his bicolored eyes, and you're at a little bit of a conversational loss. You should really say something. Hi, I'm Carcat, you offer.
I'm Matuna.
He says after a moment, and then sits down on the ground. You follow him because why not?
Do you remember anything?
He asks you. You showed up, told me not to turn around, made a vow, and then seemed surprised that I wasn't rude about how you look. Then I told you who I was, and you told me that your name is Matuna. You list off literally all of the things that you remember happening ever. Matuna looks a little pained, but like mentally, not physically. It's kind of funny. Since I was just made, that's literally everything ever for me. You laugh.
So here's the thing.
Matuna says after a deep breath. Sorry. Actually, where is my maker? I just got made. Shouldn't he be here? I know you're not my maker. My maker is Cankry. I know because I was Cankry before. I don't remember all that much about that, about being someone else, you blurt out.
Yeah, here's the thing. You're not freshly made. You got hurt, and we had to sort of go back to the start. I didn't make you, so I don't know everything you were made of. I know bits of it, but that wasn't enough to fix you. Your maker isn't here.
Matuna explains. Oh, you say in surprise. You pull the top off. You pull the top of your suit away from your chest a bit and feel the mark on your chest. I feel fine.
Yeah, you're not fine.
Matuna says. Oh, I'm sorry, you say softly. Not being listened to feels vaguely familiar to you.
Are you okay? You look, not okay.
Matuna says. I feel bad, you answer as you try to puzzle the feeling out. You rub your hand over your heart and try to think about this. If you weren't just made, but you've been brought back to that, then what were you made of? What are you? That felt familiar, and you're a little bit aware of being Cankry before he made you into you. I think I remember how it used to feel when I wasn't me yet, before I got removed. Wait, that's not how you talk about it. Before Cankry took parts of himself and gave them life, making me. You explain.
I'm hoping if we can get that working again, then the rest of you will fall into place. Go on.
He nods at you. You try to grasp the idea, but it's gone. Sorry, it's gone. I'll keep thinking about it, though, you tell him as helpfully as you can. Mituna nods and seems to think. You feel kinda bad for him. He clearly wanted something from you, and you couldn't do it. Is this a lot of trouble? Making this bubble of whatever this is, and making that vow? Do you have to make that vow a lot? Do people... Actually, why did you make that vow, you wonder?
You're an angel that thought he'd just been made. I didn't know what you'd do if you saw a demon.
He says simply. Oh, he actually is a demon. He doesn't just look like that. Wait, how did you make a vow if you're a demon? Don't they do deals? You ask, pulling on knowledge that you didn't know you had until you looked for it. It must have been something you knew when you were cankry.
I used to be an angel.
Mituna tells you stiffly. And you changed into being a demon? I didn't know you could choose to do that, you say in surprise. You're pretty sure that you can't change species at will. Mituna squints at you for a second or two.
Do you not know about falling?
He asks afterwards. You frown. That can't be right. Like tripping over? Because the other kind is something the Almighty can do in theory to an angel that does something impossibly evil. You can't mean that, you say, completely incredulous.
Apparently, that's what I did.
Mituna says quietly. What? But you seem so nice. You said you weren't going to hurt me. Why would someone unthinkably evil do that? What did you do? You ask, stunned that he can say this when he vowed to tell the truth.
I fell in love with her son.
Mituna spits out. You listen, but Mituna is just sitting there. And then? You prompt him.
Then I said he shouldn't be tortured to death.
He adds sharply. There's another pause before you dare to ask. That's it?
That's it.
Mituna confirms. You and Mituna stare at each other. He's not lying. He can't. There must have been some mistake, you start. And there's that feeling again. You shouldn't say that. Shouldn't imply that mistakes can be made, but suddenly you're here and able to say it. And you have to, because that's awful.
No mistake. They meant it.
Mituna says and rolls his shoulders. His wings come out, what's left of them. You choke in horror and rush to him. You try any healing spell you can remember, but this isn't some other injury. No illusion. This was a divine choice. He fell. How could she? How could... This isn't right. I'm so sorry. Let me help, please, you say in anguish, but Mituna shrugs his wings away. This isn't what's supposed to happen. You did something good, and this is wrong, you insist.
Got bad fucking news for you about what they're all like up there. No one thought this was the wrong thing to do.
Mituna says, and gestures to where his wings were, where they still are even if you can't see them, and where they must still hurt. Fuck that, you hiss furiously, and Mituna stares at you. Fuck anyone who'd hurt someone for loving someone, and to do that? No, fuck all of that! If this is what happens, then I don't want to... Mituna's hand clasps over your mouth as he looks at you with wide eyes.
Careful. If you formally disavow your god and mean it, then you'll fall, and there's no one around to catch you.
Mituna hisses. It's not right, you argue.
Silas is sake.
Mituna groans with his face in his hands.
Did you really wake up like this the first time? What did he make you out of? You get in trouble immediately without...
Your shoulders hunch up around your ears uncomfortably, and you wince for shame that doesn't quite come. It feels like it should, like you're used to being pushed down and repressed. You used to always have to ignore what you were saying when you were him. I think he removed me, you say as the thought comes together. You touch your chest and feel you in there, a you that isn't quiet and hasn't ever been.
Removed?
Matuna echoes, but he's still staring at you, but he seems horrified for you. I don't think I liked myself when I was him, you add.
But you're his creation. He can actually order you to stop. No willpower needed.
Matuna breathes. You look at Matuna and ache for him. You can't stop imagining what it must feel like to be him. You know what rules you know what the rules are meant to be, but clearly they don't work because look at what they do. You can't ignore that. You can't shut up. He cut you out so he could.
That is not how you're supposed to make someone. That's...
Matuna starts. Evil. Where is he now? You ask, with a hollowness in your heart that you hate. When you were him, did you warn him of what this would be like? Did you imagine what this would feel like and yammer up at his brain from inside his chest? You must have, right? That's what you are, too loud, too emotional, too much. He did it anyway. You should have been louder. Not that he'd agree.
He's dead.
Matuna tells you. Your shoulders fall a little. Now he doesn't have the chance to be better. You could have helped, maybe. Probably not. So, what does that make you? All angry heart and no maker to stop you? You don't know, but as you look at Matuna and sympathetically feel his pain, you figure that, at least now, there's no one around to stop you from helping. You feel angry and spiteful at everything that's ever made things worse, and you're going to make shit better if it fucking kills you doing it. Something in your chest goes clunk and shifts ever so slightly. The fuck? You say in surprise.
Sorry.
I was going for surprise. It worked.
The Sorry. I laughed so hard I fucking snort. Anyway. That's got some of it going again. Not all of it, but some. Hopefully you'll be a little more stable now.
Your demon friend, because you are deciding now that he is your friend, says as he looks you over. Was I ever stable? You snort. Matuna leans back a little and looks at you with a grin. You're not sure why he's looking at you like that, so you raise an eyebrow at him.
You remind me a little of the guy I fell in love with. He was pretty much about goodness and compassion in a fuck shit up kind of way.
He says cheerfully. He sounds cool, you say happily.
Yeah, I think he'd have liked you. Okay, look, you're clearly not about to explode into 1,000 messy angel bits.
Ew, you interrupt.
So I can let you out of here. What you're made of is clearly not entirely working yet, so this might take a while.
He goes on, as if you hadn't said anything. I get that. Maybe I'll try and lean into anything that feels familiar, like that did, you muse.
Good idea. Now, I'm starting to get the impression that you were made without a single ounce of chill in you. But you've got to try and take it easy. You're on Earth. You're probably not going to like a lot of things about that. But if you go messing with humans or anyone else in an attempt to fix things, then you could accidentally make things worse or kill someone.
Mituna explains. Well, sure, I'm not gonna go looking for problems, you say quietly.
Oh, yeah, this is feeling familiar. Don't go looking for problems. Don't go getting involved in problems if you happen to find any either.
Matuna snaps. But
No, just stay put and try to recover. You're with a bunch of your friends
Matuna pauses and then speaks very carefully.
and people that I trust with my life who want to help you get better. Don't go making any vows or deals or anything like that.
You really don't like this, so you fold your arms and glare at him a little.
Okay?
Matuna prompts you. Well, I'd agree, but I don't want to accidentally vow or anything, you say childishly. Matuna smacks himself in the face and mutters something about
Zionist.
which doesn't make much sense to you.
Let me try this again. There are people who went through a lot of trouble to get you back and fucked up a lot of their own plans. There were a whole lot of people crying because of what happened to you. If you ignore what I'm telling you and go messing with things, then they'll be in pain. You will hurt them.
Matuna says, slowly and deliberately. That makes you feel bad, at least for a moment. There are people who care about me? You ask in a tiny voice.
Oh, yeah, there.
Matuna laughs. Could you do that Matuna line one more time? It was very quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Oh, yeah, man. Are there ever?
Matuna laughs. Yeah. He waves a hand and the honeycomb around you fades. To your surprise, you're in what appears to be some kind of forest. You get to your feet and turn to see a whole group of people at the edge of the golden circle that is all that remains of the honeycomb. Matuna snaps his fingers and the line breaks.
You're good.
You are immediately crushed under several people grabbing at you, hugging you, and asking you how you are, all in one big rush of sound that you can barely parse, but oh, you've never felt this before. People are happy to see you. They love you. No one's ever done that before. Form an orderly line, idiots! A voice yells. There's so much going on that you can't even tell who it was, but you think it's someone beyond the group that's grabbing at you. They sound like they could use some healing on their throat, actually. Rude, Cockcat. Tradesies narrator.
Yeah, can do.
Okay. Are you okay? How do you feel?
A girl with skin a little darker than yours asked. Oh, hey, you have a comparison. And wow, her eyes are so purple.
Well, I don't know. A little overwhelmed in a good way, I think.
You tell her. Why do you get to go first? A guy next to her demands and elbows her out of the way to get the space in front of you. Oh, oh, he is pretty. The girl was too, but he is. Oh, fuck, he's talking. Dude, do you know me? He asks.
Oh, I'd like to.
Oh, only Carcat nearly dies, immediately flirts with Dave once he's no longer in immediate danger.
Oh, I had a near-death experience. I need help with my recovery. Can we hold hands?
Hold hands. I would feel so much better if you held my hand and maybe kissed me a little.
Maybe a little, maybe a lot. Who knows? Who's to say?
I'm down for either. Oh, you blurt out and then wince because why do you not?
Whoop, you cut off there, bud. Let's try disconnecting and reconnecting the call, because that was a full loss of, oops, Need the pause one. There we go. That was a full loss of your voice. And I still can't hear you. So let's do... As a Thomas Sanders jingle. I'm not angry, this is just my face. It rests like this when walking from place to place. Yes, there's somewhere else I would rather be, but please don't ever take that personally. Wonderful. Yeah, we just need 2 seconds here and then we'll be back. I will continue to hum. One of my go-tos is Once Upon a Dream. I don't want to sing that because of the mouse. And all he corrupts. I will... Oop. Hello?
Can you
So it goes. Our struggles with Discord continue.
hear me okay?
At first it was robotic, but you've evened out, so I think we're good.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Now I just gotta see if I can... Let me stretch out the little box, fucking whore. Not you, the
Oh, I assumed.
thing. I would not call you that, I promise.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I know there's a way to... I'm going to eat this bitch.
I think that would cause you some gastric distress.
Some gastric distress.
We were chatting before stream started when we weren't sure if I had hit the right button to make stream start. Spoilers, I hadn't yet. About just like June constantly daring Terezi to fight her or whatever. One time Terezi eats her and then, June becomes the wind and causes the biggest fart.
Yes. It causes gastric distress.
Gastric distress. That's their ship name to me now. Gastric distress.
Oh my god. That is absolutely gets eaten by dragon. It makes her have so many tummy issues.
Mm-hmm. It's like an anti-vor story.
Oh my goodness. Anti-vor? Okay, form an orderly line, blah, blah, blah. Why are you whining? Why are you whining?
I don't know. I am not a tech wizard, as demonstrated by my lack of stream prowess.
Yes. All right. I got back to where I'm supposed to be, and the dog is whining again.
We can't pick it up on the mic, so...
Oh, you can't hear her?
No.
She's being so noisy. I get it. You want pets. Give me 2 seconds, you absolute hoe.
Dogs truly are attention whores.
Mm-hmm. She acts like a whiny little puppy, even though she's like almost 5.
Aw.
Are you a dumb bitch? Yeah. You're a dumb bitch. I say this with affection. I love her so much.
Mm-hmm. It's how it is with dogs.
Oh, come here. I'll pet you while I read. Okay, you ready?
Ready. I'd like to.
You blurt out and then wince because why do you never think before you talk? That's so you don't remember me though? I'm holding on to the rest of that, but still you don't remember me?
He
He
asks.
asks.
Oh, dang it, sorry. You're a narrator. I'm good.
You're good. You're like so ready to narrate again. You're like, let's go,
My
man.
brain's like, let's do this. And I'm like, no, let's not. You have other people. Please stop.
Give your voice a break. I warned you he probably wouldn't right away. Matuna calls out to your group.
Sorry.
You apologize.
You scared us so bad. Don't you ever do that again.
A girl. Oh, she's Faye. That's cool. Says as she squeezes you tight.
I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry you were scared.
You tell her.
You scared us so bad, Carcat. I nearly didn't get to you in time.
A girl from behind you says and pulls you back to hug you and kiss your cheek.
I'd really like to hear more about that, or anything about it.
The first girl says, a little sharply, making the one who just kissed you back up and let you go. I think this is probably a lot for Carcat. We should get him inside, the pretty guy says in a pointed tone of voice. Message me if he does anything weird. I won't be far away, Matuna tells him. I will, the guy promises, and steers you away from the group and towards a building that's in the middle of the woods. There's a dragon there. She's human-shaped, so maybe that's the odd voice you heard earlier. At her side, there's a woman that doesn't look happy at all. As she looks at you, she flinches just seeing you hurt.
Who is that?
You ask quietly. That's my mom. She has memory problems too, so I think this is probably a little sore for her, the guy tells you. You stop and look at the woman. She does seem upset. Are you making that worse?
I can go if I'm causing a problem. I wouldn't want to hurt anyone.
You say, turning around to look at the pretty guy who was steering you towards the house. Matuna is staring at you and looks like he wants to strangle you. He's all the way over there, outside the edge of the property circle where he was before. But clearly he heard you, and even the pretty guy looks a little bit dismayed. What did Matuna just tell you? He asks.
Stay here? But
You trail off as Matuna's eye twitches. You can see him over the guy's shoulder, but he's very expressive. Yeah, I'm gonna put a bell on you or something. Let's go inside. The guy sighs and goes back to herding you towards the building. I'm just imagining Carcat with like a kitty cat collar on.
yes.
Just put a bell on him.
Cute.
That would be so cute.
Sadly, it would not solve all of their problems with Carcat tracking, but it would be cute.
It would be cute. Give him little cat ears, and then he would really be Carcat.
Carcat. Oh no.
Car kitten. Car kitty.
Carkitty. I was picturing like the collar, but with like a bell that's shaped like a bird, because you know they can get those funny bell shapes, and I'm like, if it's just like a little, but the car
That's
kitty pun is good.
adorable. Okay, but like shaped like a little bird.
Little bird. My brain was going for angel vibes.
No bird.
Okay. I don't know your name.
You say after a moment. It's Dave. Lalonde. Sorry, no, my middle name isn't, ha. Dave laughs awkwardly.
I don't know. I think I should say the whole thing anyways. Dave, Lalonde.
You grin at him. Holy shit. Yeah, okay, you're still you. You just got slight factory reset going on for a bit, Dave says in wonder as he lets you inside. He steers you towards a large sofa and nudges you to sit down.
What was going on back there? Two of those girls seemed upset, or it seemed tense.
You ask curiously. That's my sister Rose, and she's kind of mad at our friend June. June was the one who kissed you, and Rose is the one who got to talk to you first. The other girl is Jade, the Fey one, I mean. The dragon is Terezi, and that's everyone who's decided to be here, Dave says in a weird turn of phrase.
Okay. What's going on with June and Rose?
You ask again. June is sort of not what we thought she was. Rose is pissed that she was keeping secrets, and between that and everyone being terrified at you going missing, it's kind of a lot, Dave explains.
Well, your mom let me inside. I guess she still remembers the whole favor thing.
Jade says as she comes into the house. So, my mom doesn't like people in her house, but this was such a situation that Jade ended up screwing with some rules of hospitality to stay with you when we thought you were actually dying. And now she's kind of in her debt. I think mom's holding it against you to make sure you don't do anything harmful. Dave directs that last part at her. Why?
Yes, and it's really
Sorry
uncomfortable.
about the fucking wally.
Sometimes you gotta walla.
Wah. It did a weird, which is what the sound was for. Sorry, I'll let you, Jade.
All good. Yes, and it's really uncomfortable. I don't even know about the specifics of that rule. They're not at all instinctive.
Jade grumbles and drops onto the sofa next to you.
I'm getting the feeling that I've caused a lot of problems.
You say uneasily. Don't say that, Dave says sadly.
You've caused a fashion disaster, though. Look at you.
Jade laughs and slaps your bare collarbone. Now that you think about it, you are dressed entirely differently from everyone else. Matuna was still in normal clothes like you, all black and gold. But all of the other people here are dressed differently. They're all a lot more like each other than they are like you.
I'm dressed weirdly, aren't I?
You ask, getting up and pulling at your cape to emphasize how you are the only one here with one.
Kind of. It's a statement for sure. But you should probably ditch that sooner or later. Otherwise, people will know something's up.
Jade tells you. That makes sense. You unclip your cape for a start and it fades from existence. Dave says, his middle name aloud in a high voice.
Huh. That's interesting without the cape, just design-wise.
Jade notes.
I guess so.
You shrug and make the rest of it go away, too. Oh my god! Dave yelps, his hand suddenly over his face.
We didn't make him do that, did we?
Jade asks, unconcerned, as she looks at you.
Make me?
You ask.
You weren't compelled to do that or anything.
Jade checks. Is he still naked? Dave asks from behind his hand.
You didn't make me, but you said it'd probably give me away, so...
You shrug.
Cool. I don't have a problem with people being naked. I lived on an abandoned or nearly abandoned desert island my whole life. I don't care. But I think Dave might have a heart attack if you stand there without clothes on for much longer. People are weird about nakedness.
Jade explains calmly. You frown and put your clothes back on.
He's decent again. I'm texting Matuna about this.
Jade tells Dave. Carefully, Dave peeks around his fingers at you. His whole face is bright red. Okay, cool, great. Not that I don't want to see you naked, but I probably shouldn't be. Let's just get you upstairs and find some clothes that fit you, okay? Cool, cool, so cool. We're all cool about you and what you look like, clothed or not. Dave says in a rush.
Oh, Dave, just in the suffering game.
Dave sees boy he likes naked, suffering. Boy he likes happens to be an angel. Said angel naked. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no? Question mark?
Question mark?
Question mark?
Haha, maybe unless.
You shoot. Yes. You shoot Jade a puzzled look, and she shrugs at you like, "Hey,
Hey,
I
I
told
told
you
you
they
they
were
were weird.
weird." Oh, sorry about that. So you guess you're going to follow Dave. He's quietly mumbling about how he didn't mean it like that, but didn't not mean it like that because you're very. It's just a nonsensical. Ah, motherfucker.
Did it scoop you again?
Sorry. Yeah.
I've
It
I've highlighted it and we're on
fucking
page
like.
28.
Well, Paige won't help me much because I am on mobile.
Ah, dang. I was hoping that mobile still showed the page number. Off to the, left with the
I
scroller.
don't think
To the right,
so.
I mean.
I fucking am going to eat the fucking scroller. It's the reason why I went like all the way up to the top.
Yeah. I've highlighted more of it, so hopefully you can see the landing zone.
Oh, thank you. It's just a nonsensical stream of words running into each other. You follow Dave upstairs and look around at the house as you walk. It's very elaborate.
Your house is very decorated and apple scented. Well, I think that's apples.
You wonder. It doesn't quite match up to your inherited memories of what the fruit must smell like, but it's close. Yeah, there's sort of a situation here, Dave mutters.
You seem to have an awful lot of situations going on.
You observe. There's just so many situations in the fire. All the situations. It's it's a critical fucking level of situations here at the moment. Dave agrees. I didn't even scroll to read that. It's just like me too, Dave. Critical amount.
Same brain cell.
Same brain cell. Apparently, Dave and I share a brain cell. He leads you into a room and starts through clothing and wardrobe.
Hey, Satan, pause for a
So
second. That
it
was
doesn't really
robotic as
want.
hell, and I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh no!
You're back to normal now, though.
Can you hear me now, or is it still? Am I? Okay.
Yeah, if you could redo this.
Got it. He leads you into a room and starts flicking through clothing in a wardrobe, leaving you to look around the room curiously. So he doesn't really want me talking about it, but I think on this occasion, I'm not going to do what he begged me to do, and instead do what I think is actually going to be best for him, Dave says as he pulls. God fucking damn it, I'm gonna eat the scroller. I'm going to eat it. Do you understand me? I'm going to fucking eat it. I'm sorry. I'm doing my
Ripperoonie.
best.
You're great. Maybe we'll figure
Yeah.
out a different like text thing. I don't know. When I'm like scrolling on Google Docs on my phone, I'll just scroll with my left hand, so I'm less in danger of hitting the little scroll thing because it bothers me too.
Yeah. What I might do is after break, not right now, after break, I'll probably, because right now I have both screens up at the same time, but I have Discord big in the background and um, Docs small in the foreground. I might have Docs big in the background and make a teeny tiny Discord in the corner. So hopefully I have more space to scroll and I won't be bumped as often.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Should I reread the line or
Just
do you
where I've
think I'm
highlighted because the line itself was
that
good.
right? Okie dokie, thank you. I'm sorry that I'm having so many fucking technical difficulties today.
That's the nature
I'm
of
having
streams.
technical distress.
Technical distress.
True enough. Dave says as he pulls a shirt out of the wardrobe.
Oh?
You say, Celix is my Moira. Do you know what that is? He asks, moving to a chest of drawers and rummaging inside.
Obviously.
You tell him, because duh. Right, well, he's mine. He doesn't want me to tell you about him, but I'm going to, Dave says, and pulls underwear out of the drawer.
Why would he not want you to tell me about him? Did something happen?
You ask, getting an uneasy feeling about this. A lot happened. You and him go way back, even before the event, which, from the look on your face, you clearly don't remember either. The event was essentially a big magical thing that happened for reasons, and a lot of people lost their memory, and all the gods are gone. Or, well, nearly all but June, I think, Dave says with a frown. Oh, so June is a god. Wait,
Wait, does that mean that my god is gone?
you gasp, and Dave nods. You think about Matuna's burnt wings and the awful price he paid for doing absolutely fucking nothing wrong.
Fuck yeah!
Hello?
I did it.
Oh, did you do the thing? Because I didn't hear you.
Yeah. It's okay, the stream picks up my end.
Oh, okay. You hiss. Now he can't be heard anymore. You're a fucking weird angel, dude. Anyway, he's a demon, and you two go way back. I guess you've always been a weird angel. He can't tell me, but I'm starting to get the vibe that you two may have been a thing of some kind. And he said that when your maker summoned you, you'd forgotten that you were an angel, by the way, so you didn't know what was going on. You gave him something. He said it was really important for angels and demons. Basically, being angel married, Dave explains. Angel married? Angels don't get married like humans do.
Wait, he has permission over me?
You whisper in awe. Permission. That was it. Dave tells you, and your jaw nearly falls off your head in shock.
Oh, wow. Oh, where is he? Why isn't he here if he's that to me?
You demand desperately. You asked him to do something without permission, to stop you from being able to tell your maker about us so that you could protect us. Dave begins, and you nod at this obviously sensible idea. And he did that, and June and he and June got you back somehow, but things went bad, and now we're in this situation.
More situations.
You point out. Right. Dave nods and unpairs a pair of socks, unrolling them from the top.
So, I trusted him enough to give him permission, and then asked him to help me protect people, and now we're here, but where is he?
You ask. He feels like he did something unforgivable, something that's always wrong. I don't really get it, but that's how he feels. He was inconsolable about it, he goes on.
But I asked, right?
You reason. If I'm being really honest, he says trying to stay out of your line of sight until you're better and you can talk to him properly, but I don't think he's worried that you'll be angry about it. I'm pretty sure that he's worried you'll forgive him, Dave tells you quietly. You think about that.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You say. You've been conscious for like 20 minutes. That's not that sick of a burn, Dave counters.
If I agreed.
You start. Yeah, also add a detail. You forgot him when the event happened, and now this is amnesia too. Electric Boogaloo. I think that's pretty upsetting for him as well. Dave interrupts you.
Electric what?
You reply in complete confusion. Don't worry about it. Come on. We're gonna raid Rose's closet to find you some jeans to wear. I'm pretty sure you don't understand the concept of gendered clothing, so this is fine, he says, and leaves the room before you can stop him. They need pants to fit all that cake.
Yep. Cake cat.
Kit Kat. Not to be confused with Kit Kat.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just imagining a Kit Kat cake. That would be delicious.
I feel like that would be a little much.
Well, yeah, small slices.
Okay.
You have no idea what's going on anymore. You follow Dave anyway. You're a little bit behind him, but you rush after him when you hear a scream.
And you all can suffer during the break. Who's screaming? Why are we screaming? Will you ever know you will? We'll come back.
The thing is, I don't even remember who's screaming, so I'm also going to be like, wait, who's screaming?
I shan't give you spoilers then. It is cute. Oh, right, I do music.
Oh.
Wonderful. We're going to take the break now. We're going to come back at, in 15 minutes, so at 10 of the next hour.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm going to shove food in your face.
Food good. Everybody get food. Everybody get comfy. Everybody hydrate. It's time for the lo-fi.
Hell yeah. I shall talk to you in a minute.
Yeah. Hello.
Yo. Can you hear me all right?
I can. Can you hear me? That sounds like a no.
Ooh. Oh, you can't hear me?
I know, I can hear you. I was wondering if you could hear me because you didn't respond after I asked.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you.
No worries.
I heard noises. I did not make out words.
Ah, yes.
But I can hear you now.
Yay! Discord just be fighting us. As
He
usual.
doesn't like us.
Alrighty, let's see if I'm on the right page for getting us back into the madness.
Am I starting as narrator or are you?
I'm good either way. I've had a break, so I'm down to clown. It looks like I think this is a pretty Dave-heavy start. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's have me take over again, and we will We'll see what happens.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Just get the pause screen away. Yes, there we are, on the right number. Beautiful. Okay, so last we left off, there was a scream in the household. You skid into the room and see Dave and Rose there together.
I just came in here to raid your closet. Didn't expect to find you in that situation given how everybody knows you're gay as fuck. But here I am with this closet open and you appearing the fuck out of nowhere.
Dave snaps at her. Lucky me, why are you raiding my closet? Rose asks him irritably.
Because I need clothes for Carcat and none of my jeans are gonna work with that fantastic Vant ass.
Dave retorts, stressing the words weirdly. Oh, Carcat. Luckily for you, that Carcat doesn't seem to have caught that, given that he's standing right there, Rose points out.
Shut up.
Dave hisses and goes back to rifling through her clothes. Rose turns her attention to you, and her expression softens a little. She walks a few steps closer to you and looks you over. Is everyone in your family pretty? You wonder. Dave knocks a few things off of the hangers inside the wardrobe. I think we all resemble each other. Rose smiles widely. Human families are a really interesting idea. I know how they work, but I don't remember ever interacting with any. I don't think Kankry did. I'd love to see more of Earth, you say wistfully. When you're better, Rose reminds you. Yeah, you agree apathetically. You feel more or less fine. You're a little confused about things, but you're still a functioning angel.
Okay, here, take these. We're going to turn around and you can change into them then, okay?
Dave says as he hands you a stack of clothes and turns around. Rose also turns around, but she's smiling. You magic your clothes away and start putting these on. It seems like a lot of trouble to go to when you could simply make clothes with magic. It'd be easier if you could have looked at these and copied them, but then again, Matuna did say about taking it easy. You're very red, Rose observes.
Shut up.
Dave snaps and elbows his sister. He is red, actually. About as red as the red and white of this shirt that he gave you. Ah, Dave. You pull it on and look at the black circle on it with a red circle in that. It's like the one he's wearing, and the jeans are just like the ones Rose has on, but they're purple. Oh, I love purple. Sorry.
No, that's...
Jade already told me about Carcat's wardrobe malfunction earlier, Rose adds gleefully.
Of course she did.
Dave groans. Dave's clothes fit you, but they're a little bit tight across the chest. Rose's jeans are a better fit, and they at least contour to you a little bit, like your regular clothes. The socks that Dave gave you matched the underwear, all white with tiny hearts on them. It's quite sweet. I'm not naked, you inform them. It is very sweet.
It is very sweet. I'm just wondering what he would have done if they had tiny spades on them.
Been quite confused, I imagine.
Probably. Like, is this how you feel about it? I'm very confused.
Hey fellas, is it gay to give heart underwear to the guy that you said you weren't dating until he stopped fighting with your ex, but they haven't stopped fighting and now his memories are wiped and now you give him heart underwear? Is it gay? Fellas?
Is it gay? Is it gay? Fellas?
Is it gay enough, fellas?
From the ceiling.
Should I sign the underwear? Fellas, help!
Fellas?
All my fellas. Da, 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 da. Okay. I'm not naked, you inform them. Rose turns around first, but Dave hesitates, like you might be wrong about how naked you aren't, and is waiting to see Rose's reaction first. You look nice. There's a mirror behind you if you want to see, Rose tells you, and you turn to get a look at yourself. You turn and look yourself over. At least now you think you could blend in with the others if anyone else saw you. You aren't all that happy with how fussy the metal fastenings of the clothes were. Magic is far better, but it's whatever. Anyway, you don't have too much time to think about that because you can see Dave in the mirror. You can't see his eyes with those glasses that he has on, but you can still tell that he's staring at you. He forcefully swallows, and if anything, he's redder than he was when you took your clothes off. Oh. Oh! You turn around, and Dave is already looking away before you can catch him looking. Has he forgotten how mirrors work? That's kind of endearingly stupid. You like that.
Dumb. I love that in a man.
Were we a thing before this happened? You ask him. A fascinating question, Rose says with a smile and looks at her brother.
That's sort of a complicated question. We were, and then there was drama because of the amnesia from the event with you and Sullix, so I couldn't really be with you when things with you and him were messed up.
Dave tells the hallway as he looks out of the door and definitely not at you. Pity, you say quietly, enjoying that it's both, and you're actually kind of funny. You are funny, Carcat. You go. Dave
Go,
makes
Carcat, go.
Go, Carcat, go. Dave makes some kind of excuse to leave, but given how high his voice goes and how fast he talks, you don't actually get any of the details. You are far funnier than people assume, Carcat. We live together, so I have some experience. Rose smiles at you. That's good to know. I'm weirdly not sure about what I'm like. Are you and June okay? You ask. That is exactly what you're like, Rose sighs. That's not an answer to what I asked, you point out to her. Rose grits her teeth and stews in silence for a few moments, but eventually she speaks. I don't like people withholding information from me. Being kept in the dark aggravates me. June wasn't honest about what she is, and although I know it has to do with the event, and she dropped it just for us so that she could save you. Rose shakes her head. Did she have a good reason for not telling you the truth? You ask, and sit on Rose's bed. She sits next to you, although she's obviously still unhappy. She says she did. She can't tell us the details because of how the spell around the event works. She's my friend, and I want to trust her, but I don't like this, Rose mutters. I don't think anyone can blame you for being hurt that someone lied to you, but if you love her and she's never given you any other reason to doubt her, then maybe you have to believe that there was a good reason. Dave said she helped save my life, and you seem like someone with good judgment. If you thought she was good before, then you might still be right, you reason. You forgive people too easily, she tells you. I know, you shrug. You guess Cankry gave that up too. Oof.
Well.
I'm pissed about this, and don't get all angelic forgiveness is a virtue on me, Rose says sharply. Oh, no way. For one thing, people should improve, right? How's June going to know that she did something wrong if you don't tell her how you feel? Secondly, it's not like you can stop how you feel. You can't control your stupid feelings. I could never. You feel that gap of frustration that should be directed at you and is suddenly missing. When you were Cankry, it was so hard to control how you felt, but you had to because there were always so many expectations. Now, here you are, uncontrolled with all of the feelings. Carcat, Rose says softly, clearly realizing what you're thinking. She rests her hand gently on your arm as you try to pull yourself together. You probably shouldn't be taking advice from me. I'm the one who got all scrambled up. You laugh weakly. No, I think your advice is very good. I just don't like it because I don't want to do it and I know that it's right anyways, Rose reassures you. You...
Would you like me to swap in?
Yeah, let's do that. You said we lived together, right?
You ask after a moment.
Yes, we're roommates. We were at school together. You're a very good roommate, as it happens.
She tells you.
Not always, but often, angels live with their morels. Are we morels? This feels like that. This whole thing feels familiar.
You say and gesture between you. Rose jerks her hand back and stares wide-eyed at you.
Carcat, I'm gay.
She says quietly.
Dave said something like that earlier, but I don't know what that word means. I might know the idea, but words change a bit, and if I wasn't aware of it before I was made...
You trail off, hoping that she understands that you're not fully on the same page here.
So, humans have two sexes.
Rose starts, and you open your mouth.
Well, I know it's more complicated than that, Carcat. Or, fine, I'm a woman and I only like women. Oh, I thought we were friends. I thought you liked me.
You hate how small your voice sounds, and it looks like it hurt Rose, too.
No, I do like you. I'm talking about romantically. That's how I am romantically.
Rose explains in a rush.
Oh, I think... Yeah, angels have a similar kind of thing. Well, sort of. We're not from this plane, and there's different... You know what? I'd have to draw you several graphs to explain it, and I can't be bothered. It's not like it ever applied to me. I've always been a mess, and even if Kankry had a morel, I didn't have anything to do with that, and he hated all of the parts of him that were me. If he had it his way, I'd have been...
Oh, sorry. I forgot that I
No
was
worries.
being the thing for a second. You squint at suspicion that your Moira might have had something to do with being a living person that's walking around and saying dumb shit.
Someone out there must be responsible for all the dumb shit I'm saying. It couldn't be me.
It couldn't be me. It's absolutely that bitch's fault.
Mm-hmm.
100%. But
Oh, that was... Huh. Your voice got a little robot-y and there was like a pinging sound. Can you say some words real quick?
words real quick.
Oh, that sounded great. Okay, we'll keep going. The more
Okie dokie.
I learn about angels, the more I want to fight all of them that aren't you.
Rose says firmly.
You do not want to go up against angels in heaven in a fight. I know that much.
You tell her flatly. Rose gets a look in her eye like she just fucking might do that. What's worse is you get the feeling that she means it.
No!
You hiss at her and try to not think about how this still feels pale to you.
Fine.
Rose sighs and leans back so she's stretched out on her bed instead of sitting.
I'll learn more magic at school first. Before what? Taking on the entire angelic hierarchy and fighting the Almighty?
You ask incredulously. She's ready to fist fight God.
She's
and
so
honestly,
ready.
good
I
for
love her for it.
her.
Exactly. Anyway,
Same.
we're roommates. If I died fighting that, then you'd have to get a new roommate, or else you'd get kicked out and be homeless.
Rose laughs slightly. You frown and turn the word around in your mind as you lay back next to Rose.
You mean I'd have to find a new home to live in? Would that be hard? How does that work?
You wonder.
Practically, that wouldn't happen because your friends would give you somewhere to stay, but there's shelters and some programs, I think. Mostly, when people are homeless, they have to live on the streets.
Rose explains. You have to be confused here.
You don't mean just outside.
You frown.
No, I do. It's awful, but it happens. Why are you. Carcat?
Rose asks. You think she's looking at you, but you're staring a hole in the ceiling. There's no way that they don't know, that no one up there is checking. Matuna said you wouldn't like things about Earth, but you never thought that something like this could happen. That people could be left without things they need to simply survive. They know and they allow that?
I have changed my mind. I'm on your side.
You hiss.
Oh, excellent. Between the two of us, we shall kill and dethrone God.
Rose laughs quietly. You're not entirely joking about this. You need to help fix things, but you promised Matuna that you'd stay put. And you will until you're better. If you're already missing this much context about Earth, then who knows what you could get wrong if you go out like this. No, you need to figure more things out first. Then you'll go help. Admittedly, you did say you'd stay put, but you didn't promise, and you certainly didn't vow, so, it's probably fine, but maybe not today. Tomorrow's probably off too. You'll probably be fine after that, right? Yeah, probably. The day progresses, and as the others eat, you end up outside with June and you sit on the chilly ground and talk.
So, how do you feel?
She asks, and her eyes far too blue, and her hair moving in wind that isn't there.
Confused, mostly. I don't really understand what happened to me.
You say with a shrug.
Are you getting confused about things we've told you? I'm trying to work out if this is general confusion at your genuinely wild situation, or if we've damaged your ability to think.
June says. You consider this, but decide
Oop. Hang on, we got robot times on this one line. I think let's try disconnecting and reconnecting the call again.
Oh,
Because that was a
okie
bad
dokie.
robot.
Have you tried hanging up and calling back? Oh
Maybe-
no.
Yeah, let's try hanging up, call back. Can you also hang up and call back
Okay.
so we can restart?
I'm
Hello?
whoa.
I can hear
Ooh,
you. Hello?
woo,
Can you hear me? Oops.
Mr. Obama.
I did it again.
I Can you hear me okay?
You're still fairly robot-y.
Hello?
But it's only occasional, and sometimes with the robots we can still make the words out, so...
Okay. Just if it does a fucking lucky, please no.
Will do. We were at the highlighted line.
Oh, everything is crunchy.
Oh no.
Okie dokie, thank you. What? Okay. You consider this, but then decide that you don't want to do this.
You're a god.
You state, and June blinks in surprise.
Yeah.
It's
explain that.
You tell her, but she still doesn't seem to understand what you mean.
What kind of god are you? You're not mine. I think I'd know. I don't remember anything, but I'm pretty sure I'd recognize mine just because I'm an angel. Yeah, no, I'm not yours.
She laughs.
So, what are you? Because I'm starting to hear things about what this plane is like, and I'm not okay with that.
You say with an edge to your voice that a more reasonable you wouldn't have used. Cancry wouldn't have. But you sure as shit can now.
June stares at you, wide-eyed, and leans in a little with a smile. Carcat, you've been awake for less than a day. Are you really trying to fight a god?
You remember your conversation with Rose and think that, yeah, you'll do that. If she's responsible for this plane not being right, then you'll do it. Oh, sorry.
No worries.
June laughs a little despairingly and shakes her head. I don't know how to read, Your Honor.
All good. I'm not that kind of god. I'm a trickster and a weather god. I can make storms and mess with probability so funny shit happens, but all the rest? Nah.
The tension leaves you, so she's not responsible then. That's good, because she seems nice so far, and even if Rose is angry at her, they're still friends. Besides, she helped save you, right? Didn't they all do something? Did someone tell you that?
See, this is one of the reasons why we need to keep you safe and keep an eye on you. You're running on the parts that we could restore, which apparently looks like a whole lot of throne programming and general Carcat parts.
She explains.
Thrones are supposed to keep things how they should be. We're supposed to protect things.
You tell her.
Right, but you don't have a maker around to tell you what's meant to be, what that's meant to be, and you're not on the plane you're meant to start in. This isn't exactly how this is meant to go.
Reasons.
Fuck how it's meant to go, actually.
You retort.
Right, yeah. See, this is what I'm worried about. Thrones aren't super destructive. It's not what you're for, but you're pretty hard to kill if you're working right, and you could do a lot of damage. Like, I don't want you going all one-man holy war because you found out about billionaires or something.
June groans.
A billion is a number. What's a billionaire?
You ask and can't think that a large number of things in one place would make you go nuts. What does June think is going to happen? That you see a billion grains of sand and go absolutely off the rails? What a weird concern.
I'm electing not to tell you about that.
June says quickly. Now you're incredibly suspicious. You'll have to ask someone else what's up with this number thing. June sighs and pulls something out of her shirt. It's a bright red whistle.
I have this.
She states, holding it up.
I'm really happy for you. I'm glad you have a whistle if it means so much to you.
You say, at a loss for what the appropriate or expected response to being shown a whistle is.
Shut up. My whole element is breath, wind, freedom, an ironic twist on things. Your maker took you away and was ordering you to do things, awful things. You managed to create enough chaos that we could track you. My followers set up a spell for me, and I managed to pull a particular trick.
June tells you, though you don't see how this is related. She turns the whistle between her fingers and a sheen of blue runs over the red metal. It's her magic.
I stole his voice stole his breath, stole your freedom back. He'd ordered you to do something that was killing you. We were able to reset you, like Matuna said. Putting more commands on you or letting any magic control you could be dangerous. So right now, you're all free and uncontained.
She goes on. You look at the whistle at her magic on it, on an instrument powered by breath. You look from it to her.
Right now, you could change that. That's what you're saying.
You say quietly.
I don't want to do that. I really don't. It's the opposite of what I am and how I work. But my friends wouldn't want to hurt people. My friend Karkat asked Solix to use a knife that would destroy him rather than let Cankry have control of him because he knew what Cankry might make him do. I want you to get better and to go back to being yourself. When you do, I'll give you this so no one can use it again.
She insists. It's quiet outside, quiet and cold. You feel pretty cold inside, too. You can't help but recoil at the idea of being made to not do the right thing, or worse, to do the wrong thing. You feel how you've been crushed down inside of Cancri for so long, and now that you're free, it's this?
So, you're threatening me? Putting me in my place?
You ask softly.
What? No, Karkat, you're my friend. I wanted to be honest with you and to tell you that I'd make sure you didn't do something you'd regret because you don't understand something. You're basically brand new. I want to help so that you don't. Fuck, that wasn't meant to come off like that. I love you, man, really.
June scrambles to tell you and reaches out to grab your shoulders. She looks genuinely upset.
But you said.
You say slowly.
Yeah, I meant that I don't want you doing something nuts because you don't understand things. Like humans do surgery on each other now. I don't want you flipping out in a hospital because you don't get that they're not torturing each other. I don't want you going nuts on powerful people because you don't understand what kind of disaster would snowball from that. If you understand what you're doing and I just don't like it, that's different. That's not something I'd make you stop doing.
She says in a rush.
You're protecting me then?
You ask her a little skeptically.
Yeah, and I wish I didn't have to do it. My magic works no matter who has this, but Solix is being a little bitch about this, so he won't take it, and no one else is both trustworthy enough or knows enough about what they're doing. Rose, Dave, and Jade love you enough, but they don't understand how this spell works. Roxy and Terezi would understand it, but Terezi's a dragon and a bonkers one at that, and Roxy's a little unstable. So, yeah, it's me.
She groans and sits down again. There's a lot to think about. You don't like that much power over you just floating around like that. You don't like that anyone has that much power over you. You were kind of relieved that your maker wasn't around to do that. June seemed nice, and she says she loves you. She doesn't seem thrilled about this either, and she's treating this seriously.
You said you loved me.
You say thoughtfully.
Yeah, man. You're my friend.
She nods.
Why?
It's a simple question, but it makes her pause, and then she smiles.
You have good taste in people, you're funny, you're good to people, and when you get on a rant about anything, it's just the funniest there is. I mean, I'm all about comedy, and you, personally?
June rubs her stomach and grins at you.
Delicious. Seriously, the bonkers situations you get yourself into are the funniest thing. I could spend 1,000 years hanging out with you and watching you pitch a fit about things and never get bored. You're up to 11 about everything. It's very endearing and also really funny.
As she talks, you feel it, the bond between you. She does care about you, and it feels nice. It feels good. Even if she just said that a lot of why she likes you is laughing at. It feels like there's a warm glow in your chest just thinking.
You got your halo back.
She grins at you, her chin resting on her fist as she leans forward to look at you. Huh, so you do.
I've got your back, okay? Friends don't let friends get brain mangled and do things they'll regret.
June intones and slaps a hand on your shoulder and then stands up.
Thanks.
You say. June starts to go back towards the house, but you stop her.
So, wait, where is this Solix guy then?
You ask.
He's around, mostly he's making sure that he's wherever you're not.
June shrugs. Well, that's annoying. You get to talk to everyone else in the house. Teresi seems nice, although she does perplexingly ask to lick you to see if you taste different now. Apparently you do. Dave and Rose's mother, Roxy Lalonde, seems a little reserved around you, as if she doesn't want to be there. After what Dave said, you can understand that. Jade decides that she needs to get you to watch movies with her. After explaining what those are and how those work, you think that seems great. All of your friends seem very interested in how you'll react to each new one, given that you're coming to it with an entirely new perspective. June suggested that you go for children's movies first because they have a little less assumed knowledge in them. So that's agreed. It's not agreed as to which movie you should watch. Jade suggests a Muppets Christmas Carol, but Dave immediately shoots that one down, and Rose points out that the themes of it might do something to you. June vetoes The Little Mermaid because of the whistle, though you're not sure what the connection is.
Oof.
Okay, so you need to understand that this is all fictional. Animals don't talk or have society like this. It's not real, it's all pretend, and no one is in danger. Dave says gently to you, not starting the movie until he's made this point clear.
Yeah, no shit. I understand the concept of fiction, Dave.
You say flatly, and June cracks up.
See, that's what I mean, Carcat. Ah, perfect. Thank you. Clown on Dave some more. I love it.
She giggles. You watch The Lion King. It makes you cry at points, but it's very good, very enjoyable.
Can we watch another?
You ask hopefully.
I'm surprised you've not shown him something with Justin Timberlake in.
Rose says slyly. Why are you like this? Dave hisses at her.
Who's that?
You wonder. Ah, aha, my theory can be proven correct after all. Vindication will be mine. Carcat, do you think this guy is attractive? Dave asks eagerly as he types away on his phone and then turns it to somehow show you an image of a man.
He's fine, I guess.
You shrug, and everyone but Dave seems amused at that.
Did I say the wrong thing?
You ask, unsure as to what you've done.
No. When Dave was first trying to work out if you were attracted to him, before he told you that he had feelings for you, he tried to work out if you were sexually attracted to men by asking if you were attracted to this man. It was a very dumb plan.
Rose explains, but she's still grinning as she does so.
But my answer wouldn't tell you that at all.
You reason.
Yes, we know.
Rose smirks at Dave.
No, I mean, right now it wouldn't tell you anything. I've seen literally two men, Dave and Matuna. This person is less attractive than both of them. The only other people I've seen are women or drawn singing animals. And if you said the women thing makes a difference, and I don't think the animals thing counts at all.
You list off. You think I'm more attractive than Justin Timberlake? Dave squeaks.
I have eyes. More than you. So I think my correct opinion should be counted the most.
You tell him.
We need to explain the animated anthropomorphic animals thing to him before we let him have a search engine.
Jade says quietly.
Yeah, let's maybe not explain that to him on what feels like day one of being alive.
June snorts.
I think personas are fun.
Jade pouts.
What?
You ask in total confusion. Hey, let's not talk about that and watch another movie instead, Dave announces loudly, his face still red. Rose decides that the next movie you should watch ought to be one that you liked before. You wonder if they are trying to see if you react the same way. The movie is 10 Things I Hate About You, which Rose says you've watched before in your home while she sat and knitted. You get the impression that she didn't fully pay attention last time, but you were watching the movie with rapt fascination. The words of the movie appear at the bottom of the screen, which is helpful as your friends explain things about the world as you go. You end up sitting on the floor with your wings wrapped around you as you grip a cushion intensely, really hoping for everyone to get a happy ending. You cry several times, though Rose doesn't seem surprised by that at all, so you guess you're acting like you did before. That's some comfort, at least. You don't like who you were before you were made, but you're at least a little reassured that the you that you were before you lost your memory had good taste. He felt things for people. He had friends. He had relationships. That's what you want. So you're happy that you got that.
Cute. Cute.
Yeah,
Cute note to end on.
cute, cute, cute.
We'll finish
It
chapter
is.
2 next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a puppy belly to rub. Puppy, puppy, puppy.
Puppy returns. Now it is
The
puppy
puppy
time
returns.
forever, all the time.
Yeah, I've been petting her this whole time, at least like the second half, because she was whining at me.
Aw. Dexterous.
Oh, my big doofus. My big doofus. No one else is really home, or at the least, no one else is downstairs besides me. So she was whining at me, like, why aren't you paying attention to me?
Please, you're the only option. You can't abandon me like this. Wonderful. Well, we
Considering for the
will.
fact that she. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. We will see you guys next time. We'll announce streaming times and what works when works. Um,
Ooh.
and if the Saturday, we're thinking of trying to be on Saturday mornings, but that might not work out. We'll announce things in Goose Server as always. Be in the Goose Server. It's a cute place to be.
Yes. Goose, goose.
All of you take care of yourselves and